How's it going, everybody? It's PJ for Pete_J on YouTube, PJ Play on Twitch. We're back at Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. We are out here on historic Route 66 auto repair. We do full service repairs. We do fluids, brakes, engine, transmission. We do snacks and Wi-Fi. If that's what you're in the market for, so come on by. We'll get you hooked up. We're going to take care of some business today. We're back in the shop. We got a couple of jobs sitting already out here on the tarmac, and we've got one inside here. We also have our 1997 KATAGIRI KATSUMOTO, the 1997. We've rebuilt the rear end with the exception of the exhaust. Obviously, we're going to have to wait until we get the motor in. Today, if we get time, we're going to try and work on the engine a little bit, see if we can't get this puppy dropped back into the car. And we will do that at the end of the episode, but we're going to try and churn and burn on some of these other orders that have come in. We have this one, I believe we have to get in, and we're going to have to replace some pistons and some piston rings. I believe the crankshaft has to get pulled as well, so that's going to be something. We also have one more spot. And I thought we would pick up the story mission. What do we got? We got 16 seconds for the Challenger. Bolt Mosquito. Oh, that's kind of a cool one. We haven't seen that one. LaCroix Fret. It's another van. Emden. We missed a Nissan. There was a Nissan that was on there, but we missed that one. So we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and knock these out first. Okay, so this one, again, I don't really recall, but we'll take a look. I'm almost positive. General engine control, and okay, a crankshaft, 2 piston rings, a piston with conrod, and then a part not discovered. So we're going to have to go ahead and first things first, let's go ahead and get it up into the air. We're going to have to drain the oil. We'll have to drain the oil and drop the oil pan. Oop, that was the wrong spot, Pete. That's okay, we'll just move her over. There we go. All right, so we're going to do that. Drain the oil out. So everything's been going along pretty well. We've been doing pretty good. Trying to remember not to ignore the missions, because you can run out of cash pretty quickly that way. So we're going to try and maintain. So we'll just do some missions. Again, we can hold 5 vehicles in our garage at a time. So with the KATSUMOTO, that means we can bring in 4 vehicles. So I figure if we bring in 4, pound those out, do some work on the KATSUMOTO, and then bring in 4 new vehicles, I think we should be all right. There's a bolt here on this bearing cap, but I don't think that's not enough to be a bad bearing cap. It's just a bad bolt, but we are going to have to remove this crankshaft. And in order to remove this crankshaft, we're going to have to take everything off. Okay, we can even see here, just through visual, that's the piston that needs to get replaced right there. That piston with conrod has to be replaced. And then the other ones have piston rings, which I don't think we're going to be able to see from here. But we can pick this out. It's an I-4. And this piston, where is this piston? Where am I in space right now? All right, so there's the radiator. Okay, so where is it in comparison to the radiator? I thought it was in the back. Wasn't it this back one? No, it must have been this front one. Yeah, so it looks like the front one right off of the radiator. So it looks like we're going to need to investigate that one. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We have to disconnect all of this. So what we'll start with is, since we're under the vehicle already, let's go ahead and take the drive shaft and the gearbox off, and we can check the gears in the gearbox. Let's spray that one. That little orange means that that's kind of rusted in place. So we're going to hit it up with our right mouse button, which gets us the DW400. We're going to let that sit for a minute too, just to kind of soak in. That gets rid of that. We're going to grab the gearbox for the I-4 rear wheel drive. Oh, but before you do that, always remove the starter. If you're new to the channel, then you don't realize I have a love-hate relationship with starters. I don't know why. I don't know why. I forget to take them off when I need to, and I forget to put them back on when I'm done. So it's... just wish somebody would invent an engine that didn't need a starter, and I would be very happy. I don't really need... well, I do need to take this off, because crankshaft has to come off. So we're going to pull this. So far, though, all of this stuff looks okay. That's at 58%. If we look at the 56, this number here, this 56%, that usually indicates the bare minimum. So the client wants you to replace anything that's 56% and below. Anything 56% and above, the client doesn't want to pay to have it removed. So don't worry about it. So there's that. And there's the back end of that crankshaft. As we can see, it's all rusty, dusty, and musty. So we're going to go ahead. And I think that's all we can do from the bottom side right now as far as loosening up that, getting to that crankshaft. All right, we're going to pop that now. I guess we can continue on just trying to free up the crankshaft. Okay. So we need to, this is the crankshaft pulley down here. We're going to need to remove that, obviously, to free up the crankshaft. So we're going to have to remove this stuff. First, we take off the serpentine belt. Up here in the upper left-hand corner, that gives you, serpentine belt is at 63%. Oh, what did we not remove that we need to remove, Kate? Oh, the alternator. Because that's how that goes. Alright, so the alternator's been removed. And the idler roller. I didn't need to remove the alternator. Actually, I could have left that on. It was the idler roller that needed to come off. Okay, so there's the crankshaft pulley. We can remove that. So now, as far as that goes, the crankshaft is free. The only thing we have to do now is we have to remove... let's disconnect for a second. We have to remove the pistons, and in order to, because you got to get those off, and even just taking off the rod caps isn't enough. That's not going to be enough to free the crankshaft. You have to literally pull the pistons out of the cylinder. So we're going to pull the head cover, and it actually works out okay because we do need to. We have that piston with conrod that we need to remove, and then we have two piston rings. There's the other part right there. That is a camshaft bearing cap, I believe. Camshaft cap, they call it. But that, if we, okay, we'll pull it, but because we're going to have to anyway. But we'll pull it. If up in the left-hand corner, you're going to see 17%. So that's definitely needs to be replaced. So we're going to go ahead and remove the rest of these camshaft caps. And if we go actually to here and we go back here, that one piece that was still undiscovered is right here. And we can always hit the blue and it will show you where that cap goes. So again, got to thank my friend Roger Maxted for the help with that. And I always will. I don't want to take him for granted. He's starting to give me some help on the dyno, which we're going to use coming up when we get the KATSUMOTO put together. I'm going to see if we can't do a little plussing on some of the parts on that KATSUMOTO. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to do... No, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Right there. Yeah, so we'll try to see if we can't plus some of those parts and give it a little bit more of a... Give it some sharper fangs, maybe. I'm going to pull the timing cover. We've got to pull the belt tensioner so we can get the belt off. So we can get the cam gear off. Now we can get the camshaft off. We are not going to be able to get this head off, though, with the ignition wires in place. Oops, sorry. With the spark plugs in place, they got to come out too. And then the exhaust manifold. That's got to come out as well. So this is what I was talking about in the last video, was we've had a kind of a string of these kind of internal issues. And it's not bad. I mean, it's not, you know, the hardest thing in the world, but the biggest problem is just the amount of stuff you have to take off just to be able to get to it, you know? That's kind of the issue, is that you have to strip it down practically to the block. It's just a block. And the one thing you don't have to do, and you shouldn't do if you don't have to do it, is remove the alternator, which I did do. So there you go. Even people who are on episode 27 still make mistakes, but that's okay. You live and you learn. So we're going to get this off. And if we recall correctly, we were saying it's the piston closest to the radiator. So that would be this front one here. And just on a visual, you can see nice and silver, nice and silver, nice and silver. Ugh. Cooked. That one's cooked. Before we can pull it, though, we're going to have to get out. I'm going to shut that down. Wonder what that license plate is. All right, so we're going to go up and we're going to start grabbing these rod caps here. We do need to pull them all, so in order to get this crankshaft out. All right, 2, this is 3. Oh, that one's stuck, so we're going to DW400, I think it is. Okay, so we got the rod caps off, and they're all in pretty good shape. We're going to lower this back down. Let's just take a look at our inventory. 73, 59, 60, 71. Yeah, everything looks pretty good. There's a 100. Oh, I changed that one. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to make sure I get that in the right spot. Yeah, that's the thing that gets me, is that when you make one repair, you can kind of throw it off, because you go to make another one and you forget that that part had to be new because the other one was toast. Okay, so actually those piston rings are fine. The conrod is shot. Those rings are shot. Those rings are shot. Okay. Okay. So it's 2 and 3. Let's just go ahead and grab. Oops, shut that down. Sorry. I'm in my head thinking, and I shouldn't be doing that. I should just be working. There you go. That goes up. We're going to pull the camshaft bearing caps, and then we'll get the, crankshaft. Crankshaft bearing caps, and then we'll get the, we're going to go ahead and, I think we should be, I'm hoping we'll get, the last episode I was able to upgrade to level 6 repair, I believe. There we go. So I think that's going to be all she wrote for that. So we're going to take it over to the bench. And we're going to see if we got anything to repair here. All of this stuff is in good condition. Now, you know, if you try fixing it, more than likely you may break it. And if you break it, then it's going to cost the client more. They won't be happy about that. So let's make a list of broken stuff. Camshaft cap, that goes on the list. I'm just pressing the space bar right now. We need a crankshaft, piston ring, 2 piston rings, piston with conrod. We already got the camshaft cap. And I think that's it, right? So let's start here, and we're going to do reassemble mode. So we're going to get back up here. We'll get this new crankshaft. Oh, Pete, you got to buy them. I put them on the list. I didn't buy them. Moving too quick. tab. Camp, we want one of those. Listed for 35, we're going to pick it up for 31, so we'll get a little break on that. I didn't mean to do that. I'm forgetting everything about everything. Oh, you gotta be friggin' kidding me. Oh, guys. My mic was off this whole time. I don't know how or why that happened. Oh. God, it aggravates me so much. I think I had it turned on. No, I think I turned it off. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, I'm going to finish out the episode, and it might go in the trash. We'll see. Because, let's see. Can we get this to... I want to get this to... There are two types. There's a test path, and then there's the test track. The test track tends to give you a much better... engine cannot be started. Okay, so that's not going to help us, folks. Once again, engine cannot be started. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is we're going to have to drain the oil. Wow, that's going to make me really mad if I just did a half hour with no microphone. Anyway, you saw us go through that first one. We got it done pretty well. I said a lot of really great things, really inspirational things. I'm sorry you missed them. Because it was really something. It's some of the best voiceover stuff I've done in many a decade. But anyway, we're going to lower it. We'll go ahead and drain the oil out of this one. And we'll try to fix this up. As we said, we noticed... I'll pull this oil pan. I'll let that soak a little bit. All right, let's take a look here. I6, huh? Let's take a look at these pistons. So far, so good. We got a bad bearing cap here, and it looks like that. Looks like that piston. Yeah, that piston is shot. So the piston, the number one close. I don't know how they number them, but the number one, the one closest to the radiator, is the one that seems to be in bad shape. That's nice and silver. That one's nice and silver. That one's nice and silver. It gets so hard when you're trying to examine things and you can't see. So there's two bad pistons, and there's two, is it three? I think there's three bad crankshaft bearing caps. So let's yank these bearing caps. We don't have to pull the crankshaft. That's at 8%. So I don't want to pull it if I don't have to, but we are going to have to replace these. Are all of them shot? There's two. And there's three. Yeah, these all seem like maybe they're bad. 3, 4, and that one looks like it's in fine shape. So in for a penny, in for a pound, right? I can pull it because it's still connected to all the pistons. So we're going to go ahead right quick, and we're going to throw that back on there. I'm going to disconnect. I don't know if I can fix these bearing caps, or I just need to buy some new ones. Yeah, I'm going to need to buy some new ones, so let's go do that really quickly so we don't cause any more issues here. We can go here, we can go boom, 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 4 of them. 43 list, we're going to get them for 38. We need 4 of them. I feel pretty safe putting these back on, right? There's one there, but that one's fine. So it's these 4 in the middle. okay. All right, so the bearing caps have been dealt with. We had the number 1 and the number... It's only got 1 piston with Conrad. But I thought, if we go here, right? Over to this one here, let's see. I was almost positive. See, that one's pretty black right there. The rest of them looked okay, but then when I got back here to this back one, that one looks okay. That one looks okay. So shiny metal, cool. That's those two. One, two, three. That one was kind of hard to see, but yeah, shiny metal there. Shiny metal there, shiny metal there. So that's 5, and then that one should be 6, and like I said, that's the one that's cooked. All right, so we're gonna pull this rod cap right now. Detach. We're gonna lower the vehicle down, and we were saying that's the piston that's closest to the front of the engine, so the radiator anyway. All right, so we're gonna pull it apart. Throttle's got to come off. All right, so there's the throttle. There's the intake manifold. That's got to come off. What's got to come off first? Oh, the fuel rail. Fuel rail's got to come off first. Then the intake manifold. We got a rusty bolt. DW04, is that what it's called? I can't remember what they call it. I play so many simulator games, and they all have their own version of that, and they all use different language. So I don't remember which one is which from game to game. So we're gonna go here, and here, here. All right, now we're gonna have some ignition coils. We could see this one all look like they have that one too. All looks okay. So let's start pulling. 54%, we're not changing that one. 60%, nope. 54, 9%, so that one's got to get changed out. And that one's at 58, so wait a minute, we missed one. 68, okay. And then we've got some spark plugs. We've got 2 bad spark plugs. Okay. I think that's where the bad ignition coil was. And there's our spark plugs. We got to pull the exhaust manifold B. Exhaust manifold A. Oops, missed. And I think that's just an exhaust pipe. I think that's all they refer to this as front exhaust section. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay. Oof. It's dual overhead cams. So we got 2 cam shafts. I think we only saw that one was in bad shape. So we're going to have to bolts. I'm not. Again, I just think these are bolts. I don't think they're actually too bad. All right, let's go to the front of the engine. We're going to have to do some removal. Radiator fan. Okay. We'll try to get this engine tucked up first. Belt tensioner. Now I can remove the belt. And the idler roller. Does that cover look okay? I'm kind of, I mean, a little bit of wear there, but I think in order to get this off, oh, I can get that off. Okay. Yeah, I gotta take the whole thing. Because I can't get the belt off without exposing the rest of it. Okay, the timing cover B. That crankshaft pulley looked like it was at 48%, so that might have made the list. That's alright, okay. Idler roller B. Don't forget to put it back on, Pete. Alright, so now we can do this. Cam gear. Cam gear. 49%. 48. That looked like a 48 to me. So I'm going to say... Well, obviously we'll double check the list once we're done. $54. All right. Yeah. See, that's the thing with these. When you get into these internals, there's a lot of tear down in order just to be able to get to the part that needs fixing, you know. That's the wrong button. All of these bolts are just, like I said, they're just a little rusty. They'll come back afterwards, after we do this, and they'll be in good shape. All right, so there's the camshaft. 50%. Again, it's going to need service sooner rather than later, that's for sure. But for right now, this is what we got. I think there's only really one cap so far that I've seen that's going to need to be replaced, and it's that one there. At 14%, so we're going to need to replace that one, that's for sure. Okay. Oh. Forgot about that. Okay. 5% this camshaft is at. We're going to pull this engine head. Let's go ahead and pre-treat these rusty bolts. Just makes it easier when we get to them then. Okay. Huh. See, now I'm in my own head because I'm not 100% sure if this episode's going to see the light of day, because like I said, I noticed my mic was off, but I didn't notice it until after I had basically finished that first job. So it's like I was almost positive I had my mic on when I started. So I'm wondering if I inadvertently hit it while I was working and didn't realize it. But camshaft, cap, exhaust, ignition coil, piston counter, spark plug, and then we've got 3 parts still not discovered. All right, let's go take a walk to the bench. So I'm trying to stay up, but I'm in the back of my head, I'm like, none of this is going to see the light of day, pal. All right, so the only thing that looked like we could fix that was in bad shape was the exhaust manifold B. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to see if we can't do that. There we go, 100%. Very good. We got that. The rest of this stuff is going to have to be purchased, so we'll do that. And I am a level 6 repair dude. And that's what it says on my card, repair dude. 3, we are going to, wait, there might be, yeah, there's another camshaft cap. Cam gear needs to be replaced. Crankshaft pulley, we need a spark plug or 2. And an ignition coil. We've already done that. Okay, so those are good. Yeah, and I'm going to need to clean out my inventory too, because as you can see, all those old parts tend to start piling up. So we've got new piston. Oh, I put it on a list, but I didn't buy it. I do that a lot too. X, clear that out. Let's hit the tab button. We need a crank. We don't need that. We're going to get rid of those. So we're going to do this. 80 credits. We'll get it for 72. We're going to hit the X. Camshaft, dual overhead cam for a BU2T engine. 200 credits for that camshaft. We'll get it for 180. So not a bad knockdown. I'll take it. I'll take anything I can get, right? I think we are in line for, I think we need 2, right? I need to go back. Yeah, times 2. Okay. Listed at 41, we'll get it for 36. Nice break on that one. We'll take 2 of those. I think there is one more cam gear. We only need 1. 110, we'll get it for 99. For less than 100, I'll take it. Crankshaft pulley for an I4. That doesn't seem right, does it? 120 credits, we'll get it for 108. And then we need 2 spark plugs. They're not here. Spark plugs are not here. Ignition coil is not here. That's in the electric shop. So we need to go back here and back to the electronic shop. Then we can hit our tab. Spark plug. I think we need 2, right? Yeah, times 2. So 6 credits. They'll give it to us for 5. We're going to pick up 2 of them. So we'll give them 10 credits for that. X tab. We need an ignition coil. Again, I think there's only one of those. So list at 60. We'll pick it up for 54. We'll clear that search. We're going to clear our shopping list as well. All right. So there we go. Piston with Conrad. That's going back in there. We're going to go with those because that's okay. We're going to put this head back on. Okay. Lots of bolts. Lots of bolting. Same thing with Plane Mechanics Simulator. Most of the time you just spend tightening bolts. So I think that will probably be, as far as the skills go, I think that will probably be one of the first skills that I upgrade is the screwing and unscrewing. I was talking about it last episode that, you know, the game's kind of moved pretty well for me. I mean, I don't feel like I need to go that much quicker. Again, the blue indicates which one needs to be fixed to 100%. So it was that one. So we'll put that there. We're going to put that there. And then we've got, go back and we'll shut that off. We got a camshaft cap. We got 1 camshaft cap. We want to make sure that that one gets put in the right spot as well. So that goes there. So we're going to put the 100% right there. Oh, I had another one. But that second one didn't make the list. I just bought that for no reason. Well, that was dumb of me. No, we're going to go here. I don't know why. I don't know what to do with it now because there's no way. Again, because it's not on the list. I can't exactly. I don't know where it was supposed to go. But there's a 14. Well, no, it's a 58%, I think, which is right on the cusp of being replaced. So we. It is orange, so we've replaced it. preventative for our client. I don't know if that's going to wind up coming back to bite us. I don't know, but these don't really matter because they are all working. So we've gotten, that's the one that needed to be replaced to 100%. So we're just kind of, what I'm trying to do, I just, you know, again, it's silly and stupid, I know, but I go back and forth. So I'm not putting all of the best parts on one side of the engine and all of the worst parts on the other side of the engine. I try to spread them back and forth. Okay, so there's that. 50%. So the last one, 49%. So anything below 49% needs to be replaced. Anything 49% or above, we need to leave alone because our client doesn't want us to fix that. Okay, so we got 2 spark plugs. I'm going to go ahead and light those up because we want to make sure we get those in the right spot. So let's go ahead and, oh, I didn't mean to add that to the list. 100% there, 100% there, 66, 62, 58, 55. Okay, get these covers back on. There's one. Get this other one on. I don't know, should I put that on before I put the cam gears on? I probably shouldn't have, right? Just makes it a little bit more difficult. Let's go ahead and turn those off real quick. We don't need those on anymore. I did it again. One of them was at must have been at 48%, 51 and 49%. So they don't really need to be changed. Oh, nope, I want to remove that because they don't need to be changed. And they didn't make the list, as you saw. They did not make the list, so I'm not gonna. But I saw the orange, so I threw it on. I threw it on my list. So, throw that on there. We want to get down this way and put this idler roller back on. 63%. Where's the belt tensioner? Wasn't there a belt tensioner there? No, the belt tensioner's over there. Here, it's here, I think. Crankshaft pulley, 49%. Again, it's not on the list, Pete. Crankshaft pulley is not on the list. So, again, I just saw orange and I started buying stuff and I shouldn't have done that. That was dumb. Although I do have working parts now, so. Serpentine belt, 57%. That goes back on there. Where is the, why is the, something's wrong. Something's wrong here, man. Something is fishy in the state of Denmark. That is not, there is a belt tensioner that is missing. Is it because, oh, you know why? It's because I haven't finished it, man. All right, we're going to put, there we go. This can go back on. We got that fixed to 100%. Saved our client a couple bucks by not having to replace it. We were able to repair it, so that's okay. We need to come around here. Again, we do want to make sure we get that ignition coil in the right spot, so we'll light that up. The hundo goes here. And we're going to go here for 68. This one can be 60. That one can be 58. This one can be 54. That's a hundo. And then this one will be 54. Okay, so we can shut that off. Put the coil cover back on, I think. I know we've got an exhaust issue. Front section, exhaust front section. We need to put the intake manifold back on. And then we need to get this air filter base. I think it has to be on the list. This thing just looks horrible. And then the throttle. Oh, not the spare tire, Pete. Throttle. Okay. What am I missing? Because there it is. Okay, I was like, what? Why is that not coming up? That should come up. Wasn't coming up because they didn't have that other piece on. So I think we're good now. That kind of was concerning me. I didn't know why that belt tensioner wasn't coming up, but all right. So we have 1, 2, 3 parts not discovered on this engine. Like I say, I'm looking down here at this front exhaust section A, and that is obviously just shot. So there's that. I think that's going to be 1. I'm looking at this air filter though, and this is in some bad shape here. Oh, we got to take the clips. What? The clips don't look to be in bad shape. Keep sliding off. 52, 50, 51, air filter, 1%. Oh, look at that base. Look at that nasty base right there. 9%. So that's 2, and I'm figuring that front exhaust section is going to be the last piece. Yeah. All right, so we've got those. I don't know if we can repair that. Let's go ahead and... No. Ah, Peter. Peter, pumpkin eater. How does your garden grow, Chief? Illinois, hey, homie. It's about to go down. All right, so we got those 3 parts. I'm going to take this back here. This guy's got a real fixer-upper. It's a fixer-upper he's got. We cannot repair any of the parts. So we're going to go ahead and make ourselves a list. We need 1 of those, and 1 of those, and 1 of those. We're going to purchase those, we'll put those on, and then this one will be done, I believe. So, get on we need to go back to our normal parts. Engine head cover we do not need. We do need a front exhaust section. They're selling it for 165 credits, but they'll give it to us for 148. We're going to go and take advantage of that opportunity. Oh wait, go back. We're going to clear that search. Then we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. Then we're going to go here. 10 credits. They'll give it to us for 9. Clear that search. And then we're going to get an air filter. 10 credits. They'll give it to us for 9. Clear that search. All right, there we go. Let's drop the exhaust section back in. And there's that. Just drop this vehicle down. Illinois! The land of Lincoln. All right. Oh, air filter. Got them a new base. They're going to be happy with that. New filter. That will help them out a great deal too. The lid was, cover was fine. It wasn't in great shakes, but it wasn't in bad shakes. It had some shakes. And we're going to go here, and we're going to go to the last one. And we're going to put back here, we're going to do that, and then we're going to come up here with the last one. Okay. So now if we take a look, all the problems are fixed. We'll put that on the ground. Move it out to behind one. Test track. I do like the test track too. The oil pan. How do you, Pete? Pete, brother, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, man? I forgot to button it up underneath. Go back to 2, please. I'm sorry. I am so, wow. I'm telling you that microphone thing, it's got me flummoxed. It's got me flummoxed. Wow. That's, how do you forget that, man? How do you do that? All right. So we need to put the rod cap back on this replaced piston. I was doing so well too. I was thinking things through. I was positioning myself well, and then I completely spaced. Oh man, because not only do we need to put the oil pan back on, but we also need to refill it with oil. There's no oil in this engine, and I was actually too. I was thinking about how much fun it would be to get this out on the test track, which I'm hoping to do before we send it back to its owner. I'd like to get it out on the test track and just see how she performs. I don't remember ever seeing a Supa before, so I am kind of interested in seeing how it performs. Okay. Everybody's entitled to a little mistake here and there. There you go. Double check that on the dipstick. Yeah, we're almost there. Just a little below. I'll take it. And we're going to do that. And now I think we should be able to run it on the track just to see how she performs. She's on the ground. Okay. Test track, finally, folks. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. The Sakura Supa, the following part is missing from... What am I doing? This is a horrible episode. I think I'm going to end it after this because I am having major problems. How did you forget the fuel rail, Peter? There we go. Holy cow, I am having a bad day, folks. Well, we're all entitled to them, right? Every now and again. All right, drive. Hokey smokes, folks. We'll take a look at that Challenger, but yeah, I think I'm probably this is one of those days where your coworkers go, man, just, why don't you just go and we'll we'll take it from here. You're more of a danger than a hazard. Okay, here we go. We're gonna hit this up. I'm doing keyboard mouse, so again, I don't have a controller. That wasn't bad. That wasn't a bad trip. I was so afraid I was going to lose it in the corner, though. But we got around pretty good. I think there's an achievement if you can get around the test track in under 2 minutes. I'm not sure if I made it. I don't think I did, but I think there is that achievement. The rear springs, inner tie rod, and the brake caliper cylinder right on the edge there, although 50% is no better. But as you can see, if you take the test track, you get a lot more, more breakdown of what's happening. You get the brakes, you get the suspension, you also get what else do you get? The gearbox, springs, bushings, still brakes. So it's pretty much it's pretty similar to the wheel, the test track. Clutch pressure plate. I don't know. Does the test track give you information about your clutch pressure plate? Here, let's take a quick look. Right? Oh, we got time. So that's what you get. You get a really good, complete breakdown of the suspension as well as the some of the other stuff. And then if you go to the test path. This again tests your brakes and your suspension. Yes. Okay, so then you would pull up here, hit your S, and that's applying the brake, and it'll tell you your brakes are at your driver's side front is 57, your driver's side, your passenger side front is 61. Hit your W to pull up further. S to hit your brakes. And again, your rear brakes, rear driver's side 57, rear passenger side is 56. Then we pull up to the suspension test. And it's testing your front suspension by rattling it around a bit. And you got 61 on the driver's side, 61 on the passenger side. We'll pull up and test the rear. And then, of course, it'll give you that report, and you'll get to see. But again, the test track, I think, tends to give you a lot more information than the test path does. So there's that. So we're going to leave the car by hitting the escape button. And here's your breakdown. So each one provides information. You know, they're both important. Tools that you can use, so don't be afraid to use them. All right, so here we are. We're going to go ahead and call the owner for this one because we are done with it. 44,000 we're at. Okay, let's get you inside to 2. We'll take a look at you, see what you need, and 1970 Dodge Challenger RT, 438,830 kilometers. Knocking sound coming from the suspension, part not discovered. Sloppy car steering, 2 parts not discovered. Other tasks, refill the power steering fluid. See, now this one I think is a good candidate for the test path. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Because I think the steering, that's going to be... Ooh. Wow, she's running hard, yo. All right, front brakes. '68 and '64. Rear brakes. '70 and '67. Now we're going to do the, it always seems like it's rolling backwards on me. I don't know why that is. Suspension. Driver's side's at 68, passenger side's at 59. Go to the rear suspension. Wow, she's running rough though, ain't she? 64 and 69% respectively. We're going to hop out. Double wishbone shock absorbers at 10%. All right, so you can head back to 2. We're here with you. We're here with you. All right, so the double wishbone, sloppy car steering. Maybe that is more the test track. If we hit the test track, we're going to look for double wishbone shock absorber. Because I don't know if you would get that. Power steering fluid missing. Check the reservoirs. Okay. Sloppy car steering. Maybe we won't have to go. Let's check it out. Check it out. Power steering reservoir is empty. Before we do that, because we do have an issue with the steering, let's get it jacked up and let's take a look. Challenger RT from Turkey. That's kind of like a fun mini game. I got to come up with some kind of mini game for the license plates. Front double wishbone shock absorber. It's going to be that one, obviously. I was thinking maybe a sway bar or a steering rack. Instead, what did I find? I found an outer tie rod. There we go. So there's one. All right, so we'll start here. Okay, outer tie rod. We want to add to the shopping list so we can hit X while it's still on the vehicle. And that's been added to our shopping list. We'll go ahead and pull it off though. Double wishbone shock absorber, which we can go ahead and pull off. There it is. Do we have any other issues that we see? Otherwise, it looks pretty clean. That's just a bolt, but that bushing looks fine. Sometimes that's the case too, is they're just bushings. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay. No, those look okay. Yep. Yup. Yep. Okay. We got to take that double wishbone shock absorber apart now, because otherwise you won't figure out which part is actually not working. So you see it's made up of 3 separate parts. You have the shock absorber, the spring, and the cap. So we need to get that pulled apart. And it's the double wishbone shock absorber that is the thing that is broken. So we'll go here. I don't think we're going to be able to fix anything. No, you do not. But we're going to order some stuff up. We need, we didn't do that. We need this, and we need to do that. Oh, and there's 2. We'll get 2 of them. We're not going to get 2 of them. I was just kidding. Outer tie rod, 21 credits. We'll get it for, I don't even know how much because I hit it so quickly. Well, here. We'll get it for 18. Okay, we got it for 18. Very good. We'll get rid of that. Double wishbone. I know I hit it twice. 110. We'll get it for 99. We're only going to buy the 1, though. All right, now we got to go back to the puller because we have to reassemble the... we got the new double wishbone shock absorber. We got the old spring, which is at 66%, and the front shock absorber cap, which is at 59%. We'll grab that, take that off of there. We're going to get this built back up here. Put that shock absorber back in. And the outer tie rod. Put the tire back on. All right, so power steering fluid is out. Sloppy car steering, the outer tie rod. So, other tasks. Refill the power steering fluid. Should I... I'm going to make sure... I'm going to empty, make sure that the power steering reservoir is fully empty. No, I don't want to do that. I want to go here. Other drain tools. Okay, just want to make sure it's drained. Because I'm wondering if the power steering reservoir could possibly be... No, it's at 58%, so that's okay. Yeah. All right, reservoir can go back on. We are going to refill power steering reservoir. What other steering issues could there be? There it is. Full up. All right, so that's that. Steering issues. We've checked all of this stuff out. So we may need to check the rear suspension to see if there's anything back there. Let's see. Rear suspension. But that's not really steering though. Right? Oh. Leaf spring plate. Wait, am I not under the car? No, I'm on top. Okay. I'm cheating, folks. I'm cheating. Don't let that guy get away with that crud. Alright, so I'm thinking it's this leaf spring U-bolt plate. Oh, we need to remove the U-bolts first. But I'm thinking it's the plate is going to be the other issue here. Alright, let me see if I can polish up this plate on the bench. No, I cannot. So we'll buy a new one. Suspension. Leaf spring plate. L. There it is. 7 credits. We're going to get it for 6. There we go. U-bolt. U-bolt. How are we looking, folks? Everything's done. 0% XP. Just the way I like it. All right, you head out to behind one. We'll call your owner to come get you, and then we're going to I think we'll do a little work on the KATSUMOTO engine. There you go. Okay. Actually, do we have the front suspension? What do they call that thing? Front suspension. This is our warehouse. We want to go V. We want to go to KATSUMOTO, KATAGIRI KATSUMOTO. We can go suspension. Does it need one? Here. Frame. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, this suspension frame. Cross member. Front suspension cross member. I did not see one. Did anybody else see a front suspension cross member? At least not in the KATAGIRI warehouse. Cross member. Cross member. Nope, no such luck. Let's go to V, let's go to the warehouse 1. Let's go to suspension, see if there's a cross member here that we might be able to. No such luck. All right, well, let's hit the front suspension cross member. I don't know which one it is. Which one do you take, Mr. KATAGIRI? Just says front suspension cross member. Well, that's pretty simple, friend. 500 credits, we'll get it for 450. We're gonna go ahead and put that cross member in. And we're gonna need 4 rubber bushings. So let's, do I have rubber bushings? Don't have the necessary parts. I'm gonna go ahead and spring for 4 new rubber bushings because, you know, why not, right? 15 each. We'll get them for 13. We're gonna pick up 4 of them for 52. And we'll just go ahead and drop that those rubber bushings in. And at least we start to build the framework of our front suspension. Also, I believe it also helps to support the engine, which is what we're going to be working on now, and hopefully we'll get in soon. So, although maybe I can work on, because it looks like I can get the steering rack in and the sway bar. Yeah, but I don't think you can. I don't think you can do much with that. Okay, so let's get this going. We have, what do we have? Here's our engine. We have pistons and conrods with piston rings. We got an oil filter. We got an engine head. We've got 1 camshaft. We're going to need another one. I didn't mean to do that. So it just says camshaft. And now we need to go and find a camshaft if we have one in our inventory here. Okay, so camshaft. Nope, that's not the right one. What about in here? Camshaft. That's a V8. That doesn't work for us. If we hit V and we go to KATAGIRI, no items. Okay. So we're going to purchase a camshaft and probably we got to go to the full catalog. 200 credits, we'll get it for 180. All right, engine head cover for an i4. Engine head cover for an i4 and an exhaust manifold for an i4 turbo. I don't have that either. Engine head cover for an i4. Now I'm singing a different tune, ain't it? Because now I got to run back and forth to here to see if. KATAGIRI KATSUMOTO. Okay, engine head for an i4. Where is everything? Why all of a sudden am I not, can I not, I want the whole thing. Why will you not give me the whole? Oh, because I got the search, that's why, okay. Sorry folks, sorry. I'm still not very familiar with these. Oh, that's why, because it's still in X. Okay. So what we want now is an engine head for an i4 and wait. Oh, come on. What? Oh boy, I am a danger. I'm not a, well, not a danger, but I am, how did I miss that? I don't know how I missed that, but I thought okay. All right, no sense in getting upset over spilt milk, right? Let's go by condition. No, I want to sort by condition going down that way. These are all the good parts. These are not good parts. And we need an engine head for an i4. X. Engine head. Engine head for an i4. There it is. And we need a exhaust manifold. For an i4 turbo. There we go. There we go. i4 turbo. Engine head cover. Oh. I am a danger to myself and others. I apologize, and I think we're going to end this here quick because I'm having a bad day. This is not what I wanted. I want to be here. Engine head cover for an i4. And I've wasted a lot of money. The manifold should be okay. I think I bought the right manifold. No, I didn't mean to do that. Go back that way. You go here. You go there. Everybody goes where they need to go. There's that, finally. Didn't work out well, but that's okay. That's all right. Again, that's not where I wanted to go, but okay, whatever. i4 turbo, we need an exhaust manifold cover. And we need a fuel rail D1. What? Here. Fuel rail D1. Fuel rail D1. Fuel rail D1. Take manifold i4 D1. Intake manifold i4 D1 right there. There you go. Take that. Slap that on there. Unfortunately, this is kind of what we have to do though, because a lot of these parts didn't exist, and if they did, they weren't i4 throttle. What if we go here and we go i4? Go down to the throttle. 120, we're going to get it for 108. There's that. Power steering pump. $115, we'll get it for $103. Alternator. We don't have an alternator either. Back up to the top. Oh, we need an alternator. Exhaust manifold cover, cam gears, fuel filter. Okay. All right, so what we need now is some cam gear. So let's get a couple cam gear. No, I didn't mean to do that, Pete. All right, so we're going to go back to X. We're going to clear that. We need cam. No. Okay, so we're going to hit X. We're going to go click here. We're going to go cam gear. Cam fear. Okay. Whoa! All right, enough is enough. I think we're done. I think we're going to be done. Again, here we are with this. Okay. Here, click here. Now typey. There you go, dummy. All right, so we need 2 of those. And we're going to try and put this together. There's that. There's that. Exhaust manifold cover. It's just listed as exhaust manifold cover. We're going to go X for that. Fat fingered it. Exhaust manifold cover is not here. X. Why do they not have the exhaust manifold cover here? They don't even have exhaust manifolds. There they do. I don't know why that didn't come up, but it didn't. Okay, so there's the manifold cover. We need a timing belt. Timing belt, 120. All right. Timing cover for an I4. Timing cover for an I3. That's not what we want right there. 35 credits, we'll get it for 31. Slap that on there. Need a crankshaft pulley. Do I have it? For an I4, I do. Haha. That was an accidental purchase. So we need a water pump and an alternator for an I4. Water pump. It's the small one. Water pump. V6. I4B, is it an I4B? I don't think it was. It just says water pump I4. Water pump I4B. Here it is, I4. That one right there. All right, let's get the alternator on. I think we're going to need spark plugs. So let's get the alternator and the spark plugs at the same time. Electronics. We need an alternator. 200 credits. We'll get it for 180. We're going to get 4 spark plugs. Alternators on. We'll need 4 ignition coils. Idler rollers. So we'll go... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Pete. Ignition coils. 4. No. Wow. Okay, so where are we at? We need an idler roller A. I think we're going to need a belt tensioner. That's over here. We go back here. We're going to idler. Idler roller A. Grab one of those. And we're going to throw that there. Serpentine belt B. X. Serpentine belt B. Serpentine belt A still. Serpentine belt B. There it is. Belt tensioner. Oh, we don't have one. Belt tensioner we need to purchase. Okay. Oh, we're knocking this out again. I will compile all the numbers, I promise. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I will definitely sit down and keep a running tab of how much we're spending here so we can see exactly what we're going to do on the open market. We need serpentine belt A. Pete, you don't need to do that. Pete. Oh, my knee is starting to hurt though. So I think we're getting close to it being a good time to end the broadcast, not the broadcast, but the video. I don't do broadcasts, not yet anyway. I'm hoping to get to that point where I can start to be with you live, so you can help me out. Fuel filter. And we need a fuel filter. And then I think we're good. Oh, we're pretty good. Close to being done with this part of it anyway. QRSTU. So we want to go to fuel filter. There we go. Flywheels at 37%. Do I have any other flywheels in here? I don't think so. KATAGIRI KATSUMOTO. I wanted this to be... Oh, I had a cam gear. I bought 2 cam gears. I had the engine head. Oh my gosh. Oh, God, I'm just horrible. I went from being so good. Movini URS left headlight. This is the KATAGIRI right here, right? So this is my... I don't know what this is. I still don't really fully comprehend the warehouse situation. I'm not 100%. Although I haven't been very good today. It's been a hard day today, so you'll have to forgive me. But we're going to go ahead and we'll take... I think we can take this off of here, right? Take off engine from stand. That's what we're going to do. Now, we need to not go in there, but we need to go over here. Lower this. We need to get our jack. Put that over at 1. So we can put this engine back in. And go here. We're going to install i4 dual overhead cam, turbocharged engine. Put that in there. And there she is, sitting proud. You can go back. I appreciate your help. So there it is. She's sitting in the engine. She's sitting in the engine compartment. Obviously, we still need to put fluids in. We still have a bunch of other stuff to do. But I think what I like about that is we could, at this point, maybe in the next episode, we can start to rebuild the gearbox and the suspension, and then, like I said, we can get it down on 4 wheels, and then from there we'll finish out the engine compartment and the body work. We'll actually probably do the interior and then the body work, but she's coming along, so hopefully you're keeping up. Again, I will make that list, I promise. I just didn't get to it today. Let's go ahead and we'll load up the garage with some more. All right, what do we got? 1 minute for this one. The Royal Town LTE. Knocking sound coming from the suspension car is loud. Bring it in. You actually should go to 2. All right, so we got another call at 51 seconds. Again, another Challenger. I'm getting a Challenger like every episode. I get a Challenger. I bought the Mazda DLC and I haven't seen one yet. I'd love to see one. All right, we'll bring it in. That's got to come in. That'll be at 1, I hope. Yeah, okay. Well, we got another one. Sakura Takumi. You can come in here. And then we're going to go ahead and grab that story mission. That car's in rough shape. We're going to grab this story mission here. And we will take a look at that next time. And there it is. All right, so there it is. We got our 4 missions to start the next episode. After that, we will get into the gearbox and the front suspension on a KATAGIRI KATSUMOTO. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully the front half of this has audio, and I just missed a little bit. I'm hoping I just grazed the button by accident. If not, then I don't know how much of this you're going to see. But I appreciate you being with me. Until we see each other again, be safe, be well, and be good. And be back here next time, and we'll get after it some more. So, bye-bye.